Alright, so yesterday's vlog is rendering. I'm using DaVinci Resolve for the first time.
Left a star glowing in your eyes when I'm not aware. You left a scar. I fall into your lies all again. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Let me feel it. Let me feel it. Fall into your
For some reason I chose to wear long pants. Just got back, okay, and it's frozen rendering. I was hoping it'd be done by now. Okay, I restarted it, and it's going through pretty quickly. I promise I will get better at DaVinci Resolve. Also, here's some pizza. Oh man, I gotta do linear algebra. Yeah, so this is like my alternative to the Block It app that I'm gonna make. I just use Apple Calendar, iOS Calendar, and I make a big range, and then so linear algebra I usually do 1 hour, but I make a big range because I knew that something was gonna like collide with it, and this happened to be editing the vlog, which took an hour longer, so it went from 7 to 10. Gonna do linear algebra now. 63%. Also, that clock up there is so cool. Boom, math clock. Okay, let's talk about the self-learning process. So we're lucky that our textbook has lectures. Like, the author is actually making lectures for us. We're lucky in that sense. So we've almost got the full university, college, linear algebra experience going here. And as I always mention in my videos, you can watch the first lecture, so I call it the textbook companion lecture. You can always watch that, and it's not guaranteed you're going to understand everything because they're only 9 minutes long and they cover entire chapters, and they're not rushed. They're not rushed at all. They're very clear, but there's a bit of context that's probably missing. So if you're missing the context, you go to the long lecture, 50 minutes of everything in that chapter. Professor 1 Math, thank you so much. Well, I initially just listened to the lecture and try to take as much in as possible, because I find when I'm writing notes, and I know a lot of people are like this, at least a lot of my friends are. So when you're writing notes, you're either writing and you can only focus on that, or you can only focus on the lecture, what they're talking about. So I listened to the lecture, and these are nicely paced. I can keep up with them, which is good. If it was a fast lecture, I'd probably be in a bit of trouble. But it's a nice pace. So you listen to a section, and I like being able to pause it, because then I can pause it and then I can just write down my summary of what just happened, right? And I just do that through the companion lectures that Sheldon actually provides. So each theorem, proof, big idea, like what is a basis vector, what is a basis of a vector space, I would just write that down. And then after that, I go straight to the problems, or if I didn't understand one of the examples or proofs, then I go on to the extra lecture, the full lecture by Professor 1 Math. Going back, I go straight to the problems, and I just go 1, 4, 8. That's the system we're going with. Obviously, feel free to do more, and I'm probably going to go back and fill in the gaps and get you guys to fill them in. but right now we're going quick, 148. If I don't understand something, I use the question to backfill my notes. So that's the strategy that's been working for me, at least so far. I really, like, when I don't understand something, I really focus on trying to research and find a lot of resources so that I fully understand it. Because we're not doing all the problems. I mean, we could do all the problems. We probably wouldn't have to try as hard on every single problem to understand every single bit of it, because eventually we would. But that's probably not the best use of my time, because I'm only allocating like 1 or 2 hours every day for this. Okay, so to summarize all of that, you want to take notes with the lecture, every theorem, rewrite it in your own words, intuitively, what feels intuitive to you. Second, you want to go straight to the problems. You want to do the problems, and if you don't understand something or something isn't clear, you want to research it. Research a lot, or just sit there, try to understand it. Once you understand it, go back to your notes and backfill the notes. That's been working with me, and it's helped me understand everything so far. Because, okay, total side story here. I looked at chapter 1. When I first started this textbook, you look at chapter 1 and you're like, no, what is happening? I don't understand anything, right? So I've gotten over that now. Like, I've got a strategy in place. I go from looking at a chapter, not understanding anything, to being able to research, and things are building on top of each other, and it's getting easier and easier to understand what's happening. Like, I'm getting the theorems faster. I'm loving the process. It's great. Okay, and one final thing. I'm gonna change the location here. Okay, one final thing. I found teaching it is really helpful, and with me it's a bit different because I'm making a website to teach all of this stuff, right? So what can you do? You could teach it. That's what the Genius website is for. And you could also just go to a family member and try to teach them it. Or you could find someone else who wants to learn it, or learn it with you, and you can teach each other. That's probably another great strategy. And my website can help with that, trying to find people who are learning the same resource. So I'm going to finish up these notes and record the linear algebra done right, learn with me video. And then we've got programming up on the schedule. I just thought of something. You probably want to see how I structure my notes. There you go. Sorry, no, there. What am I looking at? I mentioned this in a couple vlogs ago, but I like having proper paper. I like having that single sheet that I can organize and see the whole thing in front of me. So holistically just see it all, and it helps to condense the information into intuitive, like, little dot points. And so far basis is only these 4. That's technically a dot point up there. 4 dot points, and that covers the entire chapter. That's so far. But I'm gonna go do the problems, create a new page. So when you can actually add templates when you create a new page. You go to insert, go to page templates, and you've got all these, but you can also click on a page template and create your own here. Once you created it there, save current page as template and use that as your default. Always use a specific template. So I use this one. I created this template for math. I tried something different today as well. So I made my main notes a blank sheet and tried to see how that would go. Didn't go well. I didn't like having to rewrite this dot points every single time. It's not that many notes anyways, but I liked having the structure and having the homework thing up there so I don't forget. Yeah, so I recommend that. But the blank page is good for problems. all you need is a blank page. Okay, I am feeling quite tired right now, and guess what? It coincides with this down here. See this? The Rise Sleep app. I downloaded that, and it shows you based on your circadian rhythm. Yeah, so going through this, look at that. So you wake up, you got grogginess. It tells you when, that's fairly accurate. It tells you when your peak is, and then when you're gonna go into a dip, just right about now. It's pretty accurate as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break and get back to trying to solve at least question 1 from 2B. Yeah, so throughout the day, your energy levels go down and your motivation to do things goes down with it. So a good way to counteract that is to change location. Okay, done everything for the day, and all that's left is the afternoon coding session. Okay, I cannot see my screen. I wonder if anyone uses this here. Yes. There's you rocking. In the seesaw chair. Outside, so I found this chair in the shade. See? Yeah, my laptop is dying. It was honestly feels like I could cook an egg on this.